Hey, here we are.
We're live.
And Nana's not asleep at the moment.
She just came upstairs like a few seconds ago.
She actually found out how to walk stairs. She couldn't do that before.
She found out yesterday, I think.
I was like working here at my office because this is also my workspace now that I'm working from home. And then I heard her outside of the door, like crying a little bit, like soft crying. And I was like, huh? Opened the door. I was like, huh? Tim, did you bring the dog upstairs? He said, no. Did you? No, she climbed the stairs herself.
Yeah, and we have seen now how she does it, and she does it very carefully.
It's really cute,
very responsibly,
yeah.
And she can't go downstairs. That's too dangerous.
But she is getting tired because we walked quite far for her today, and there was a lot of new dogs that she didn't know. She was a little bit
and she was at the vet for the first time. Also, new pets, new dogs.
Yeah,
and she got some vaccinations.
So I will put her back on the floor because she can go to sleep. Yeah. Kan lekker slapen, Nana?
We cue the intro?
Cue the intro. So, first, let's shout out everybody that is here at the moment. Joanne, hey, welcome.
Hi, Joanne.
Aaron, Thomas, hey, Thomas. Let me see. Erin is here. Esther is here. Did I say Esther? My mother is here. Hi, Mom. And that is everybody that I can see in the chat for now.
Peter texted you on your phone. Is he also coming?
No, I think he's busy at the moment. Hey, Doug. Doug is here as well.
Oh, hi.
And so yeah, welcome back. We have a little bit of news.
Did you shout out Gulis?
Gulis, yeah, I said Gulis.
Oh, yeah, okay, perfect.
I waved at her.
Oh, the stream status is good.
Oh, and
so
we have.
Also nice.
I think we have a new one. Salome.
Oh,
welcome. First time in our stream.
We don't know you.
Awesome. Welcome to our live stream.
Yeah.
We have quite some new followers on this channel because of all the music reactions that we are doing at the moment.
And maybe this person's also from our guests. I don't know.
That could also be. It could also be from. Oh, yeah, because we have a guest waiting, and we will get to her. It's a her because I think you've seen the promos for it. One thing I want to start off with is that this is for now our last meetup live stream, and then we'll take a 1 or 2 week, probably 2 week break.
Yeah.
Work has been a little bit crazy, and I'm a little bit tired. Like I said last Tuesday and the week before.
I will be off for 4 days.
So
starting tomorrow.
He can rest. I have to work tomorrow, and then
the Easter weekend.
Yeah.
I'm also off tomorrow.
So we'll be back at the end of April. April 28th will be the last that will be. At least then we'll be back. So don't worry, we are fine. We are doing fine. We will be filming new videos this weekend actually. So we are doing great, but we need to take a step back with the live streams. 3 a week is quite a lot.
Yeah.
So we take a 1 or 2 week holiday and then.
Oh,
we'll
hi,
be back.
Alexandra.
Alexandra. But now our guest. She is waiting. And we're just going to introduce her.
Yeah.
Tim has the magic button. Here
she is.
Zeene. Oh, Zeene is a little bit small on the picture. Hi. Tim needs to.
I adjusted it before we started.
Tim needs to enlarge you a little bit, Zeene.
Probably now
okay.
Will get bigger.
That's good.
It just jumps back and forth.
How everybody doing?
How are you?
So, San Francisco Bay Area.
And we have more people from San Francisco Bay Area because Erin is from there as well.
I know. Hi, Erin. How's it going?
And Erin actually was our guest. When was it? Was it the week before? I think on Tuesday. She was our guest as well.
Yeah.
I saw a bit of that live stream.
Awesome. So you are from San Francisco, and I think for our viewers, it's nice to know the connection between us. Could you enlighten them a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So Dennis, Tim, and I did a little go around in San Francisco Chinatown. I think it was last summer, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's been a little bit. We had a ton of fun. They were in here doing their West Coast trip, and then we decided we were going to do a collab together, so look for those videos. But it was a ton of fun. We did a bunch of great landmarks in Chinatown and hit up a ton of really great food eateries around there, and ate our way through Chinatown. It was delicious.
And this is not a joke.
I'm still dreaming about it.
Yes, I'm still dreaming about the food that you showed us. That meat that we got.
But like the whole combination of everything was so nice. Also like ending
So
with
awesome.
China Live was also
no, but-
was amazing.
Yeah.
So you guys, you have to maybe if Jesse, I don't know if Jesse's here because he is working, he's crunch time at his work. But there is a video that is on the regular STUFR channel with Zeene and us. It's the San Francisco food tour video. It is epic.
Yeah.
It was such a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
was fun.
I also want to say, Zeene, because now you gave yourself not enough credits because you said we had a nice day, but you actually the day before we were supposed to meet for our meetup, we were texting on our phone and you said, "Oh, I'm in the area. Should I come pick you up and I can show you around San Francisco?"
Yeah.
Zeene showed us around for like an entire extra day in her car. She dropped us back at our hotel. You were so hospitable to us. It was amazing.
Well, it was a pleasure having you guys. I mean, I love showing people around here, and it's sometimes hard. You know, we have public transportation, but you know it can be limited, and so it's difficult sometimes to get around to see what you want to. You know, everything that's great in the city. So
yeah, well, you made sure that we saw some really special spots, like up on the hill, and what I don't remember the name of the hill actually, but with the
Twin
towers.
Peaks.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yes,
What
we're
was
at
the name?
the top of Twin Peaks, and you can
Twin
see this
Peaks.
huge, this beautiful panoramic view of San Francisco from there.
And the sun going down, and the smoke or the mist coming in, and that was amazing.
Though I think
it was.
So we didn't spend too long up there,
but it was amazing, and that was also we had such a great time. So we are super thankful. So let's get the thankfulness out of the way because I wanted to say it. I wanted to say it live as well when everybody can hear it.
Thanks for coming out and joining me.
Yeah. And you have to check out Zeene's channel because Zeene's YouTube channel, it's in the description box of this live stream. It's called Zeene in Real Life, and she has everything, definitely everything you need to know on San Francisco, right? Because can you tell our viewers what is your channel all about?
Yeah, so the channel is all about San Francisco. We get probably about 26 million viewers a year. That was before the whole coronavirus thing. And, it's a great way to get introduced and learn about San Francisco if you're going to come here and visit. I would say my channel is a little bit more visitor oriented. So I go over all of the great places that if you're not familiar with a city, you would want to go to. I would say it's a little bit a little bit off the well-trodden path. So I try to cover things that I think are a little bit more unique and that they're not going to cover in travel books. So
I think the best of your channel. Yeah, because that is why I found you on the internet, because we were preparing our road trip and then I found your channel and I got so many amazing tips from your videos that I said, oh, I'm just going to send her a message, see if she wants to do a collab.
Here we are.
No, but it's true. You have the highlights. So you have, for the people that it's a first time visit, you have the videos on it. But you also have, like you said, the off the beaten track things, like really special places, what otherwise you would never find.
But also like nice, like complete walking tours of certain areas, which you can use for your trip to San Francisco, which is amazing as well.
Yeah.
People only check it out, and I also have a couple of viewers who watch because they've moved out of the area, they're kind of nostalgic, and it's just fun for them to be able to reconnect and see some of their old haunts in San Francisco again.
Yeah.
And I do cover a little bit of other areas within the Bay Area, although most people tend to visit San Francisco, so I don't do as much of that, but I do some other North Bay and South Bay areas as well.
I love the video that you have on the Japantowns the fight, how do you call it?
The Smackdown. Japantown Smackdown is what I call it.
And I think Erin would be interested in that because Erin loves Japan and Japantown in San Francisco. So Erin, you have to check out her video if you haven't already, of course. So let us. Oh yeah, there's the channel too. They put the channel link to your channel in the chat as well now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
thanks, Erin.
You can just put your questions for Zeene in the chat. They can be travel oriented. They can be San Francisco oriented. They can be, well, whatever you want.
Let's check.
Let's check.
Ask me some questions.
And first of all, can you, because we most of the time with our new guests, we start off with the virus a little bit. Can you tell us how is the situation in your area at the moment?
Yeah, so I think that we were probably one of the, well, Washington was the first, but we were probably the second hit state in the United States after it kind of traveled here to the US. And I'll have to give our state government a lot of credit because I think they acted very quickly in instituting a shutdown. So relatively speaking, we're looking pretty good. We have cases, but they're not that many. And so I think over here we're not under the same strain as, for example, New York is right now. As I mean, their medical system is really just overwhelmed over there. And in fact, I think our state government is about to send some supplies over to them because we've realized that we're actually in a pretty good place right now. So we're not as concerned about it. So California is actually very large. There's the Bay Area, which is where I live right now. And then there's Los Angeles. And because specifically the Bay Area, we went into lockdown so soon, I think the majority of the cases right now are happening down in LA. So definitely our thoughts are with the people in LA as well as in New York, and hopefully they're going to recover. It was really funny how quickly everything happened here in San Francisco. And actually I have a video up on it because one of my viewers happened to be visiting San Francisco at the time that everything went down. And I remember we had heard about the whole China virus, I think as early as even the beginning of January. I remember coming back from my vacation and everybody was kind of talking about it, and there was already a little bit of a heightened sense of awareness. And so people were tracking it all the way through until February. I had a lot of viewers who were asking me, is it going to affect the Bay Area? Should I cancel my plans? Like, what's happening? So I had already begun updating people on my channel about the situation here and what's happening. And I had one viewer who was coming in for some business events in the middle of March. And so he ended up coming anyways because his events didn't get canceled. But just we were already kind of doing a little bit of a voluntary stay at home anyways by that March time frame. I went out to his event just to support him because I was afraid that not a lot of people would show up because everybody was staying at home. And I headed out. He was doing it at the Cartoon Art Museum in Fisherman's Wharf, and Fisherman's Wharf was not dead, but it was not as many people as should have been out for March. And for those of you that are not familiar with San Francisco, about March timeframe is usually when we see the uptick in tourism. That's like the beginning of our tourist season. So there were still people out and about, and the businesses were still open. But essentially, he arrived on Friday. The event was on Saturday. And by Sunday, Monday, we heard that we were going to go into official lockdown here in the Bay Area, and that all of the businesses were going to be closed. So he was here until the following Saturday. So anyway, so then Sunday, Monday, he tried to get all of his travel in. Or all of his sightseeing in, and then Monday night at midnight, the lockdown went into effect, and then he was kind of stuck here for the whole rest of the week. So I kind of lived a little bit of that shutdown through him, and I actually have a kind of an interesting video. He did a couple of interviews with me, and we kind of talked a little bit about what his experience was like being stuck here as a tourist during the whole turnover of the coronavirus. But things happened very, very quickly. We started with a couple of museums shutting down that Thursday, Friday before he arrived, and then things just kind of dominoed and progressed after the shutdown. It went into effect on Monday at midnight, and then that following week, all of these businesses just started shutting down. We started going, okay, well, we're going to shut down the restaurants. They could do delivery. Actually, we started with we're gonna ask the restaurants to do social distancing. So that was the first step. And then so they had to scramble to organize all their tables and chairs so that everybody was sitting really far apart. And then literally a day or two after they did that, they said, we're actually just not going to do service inside the restaurants altogether. So then they had to switch over to takeout and delivery. And so, it's been a long haul, and I think, a lot of the businesses in here, they're just struggling right now.
Yeah.
They're trying to, you know, make it, and who knows how long this shutdown is going to happen. So we're, as a community, really trying to support them. We have a lot of programs like DoorDash, and a lot of the city governments are trying to encourage people to order takeout or delivery, so we can continue supporting a lot of these businesses. And we have a lot of great social programs here in the Bay Area where we're trying to support renters. We're doing like rent relief, business relief. You know, the federal government has done a giant $3 trillion relief package here in the United States,
so that hopefully,
some of these businesses can get some, you know, relief in order to continue operating. But other than that, I think everybody's, you know, we're going on, I think, week 4 now, so everybody's sheltering in place. The supermarkets were very, very crazy in the beginning. I think, you know.
Yeah, you had the same experience.
Hopefully everybody is just stockpiling everything. You know, I went to the grocery stores and I couldn't find like the basics. Like the rice was all gone, the chicken was all gone, eggs, bread, like you name it. But I was actually just at the grocery store on Monday, and it's much more under control. They're controlling the number of people who go in, so we're
for us also it normalized.
That makes me feel more comfortable going grocery shopping once a week.
In the beginning, you felt very unsafe also.
But I also had a run into a guy. This was last Friday. I went to a store for a friend of mine who couldn't go there because of she doesn't have transport to go there. So I went there, got her shopping list, and then there was a guy that came up to me and he walked past me like this close, and I was like, "Excuse me," I said like sorry, because that's what we say in Dutch, sorry, and then he said, "No, it's okay." I said, "No, I'm not saying sorry for what I did." I said, "I'm saying sorry, like, what are you doing? You're coming so close to me." And he's like, "Oh, don't have a cow," or you know, like, don't be a baby. I said, "This is really antisocial what you're doing."
More like a chill out, man. No.
Oh my God, I was really angry. I don't get angry that fast, but I was.
But
angry.
then he did the same to the
shop lady, the lady in the shop.
Someone who worked in the shop as well.
Crazy.
And she was also like, "Sir, please keep your distance."
Let me see if we have some questions for you. By the way, first of all we see people. Joanne telling us about the very bad situation in the lockdown in the UK as well, and your Prime Minister Joanne. It was also.
Yeah, we've read about it.
Yeah.
He was already sick and now he went to the ICU.
But he is improving, she says. So
he's improving.
That is good to hear. Hey, Luna Rebecca joined us. Hi, Luna.
Yeah. But our the German Chancellor Merkel, she also had to go into quarantine because she was in contact with someone who was positive. But I think she's still healthy.
And we have some new people. Wendy is here. Hi, Wendy. Welcome back. And Thomas, welcome back as well. We haven't seen you for a little bit, so welcome back.
Yeah.
Awesome. And
who's Wendy?
Wendy's from Zaandijk. That is, you are the intern that now that studies here. The intern of these.
Intern studies here.
Sorry, not the intern. You're studying here in the Den Haag area, right? Or am I wrong, Wendy? Am I mixing you up with somebody else? Let me know.
Tell us.
A question for you, Zeene, from, let me see, who was it? Gulis. And Gulis always asks
Gulis from Turkey.
Questions. Yeah. Gulis asks, what do you do for a living?
I do YouTube for a living, so I'm a full-time YouTuber. For me, you know, I actually have a family, so this is a great career path for me. I've always been interested in travel. I've always been interested in production. So this allows me to have sort of a more flexible schedule. I actually came from a more traditional technology marketing background, so that's probably not surprising given that I'm located in the Bay Area. But it's such a crazy pace, and I just decided, you know what, about 3-4 years ago that I wanted a second career, and so I went out and started doing the YouTube thing and haven't looked back. Awesome,
right? I think it's so nice if people like do those things, like do something what is good for you and what you want to do, and then what is your passion.
Yeah.
And your passion comes across in your videos. So, and people already said they will be checking out your channel.
Great.
I think it will translate. I think I already said that to you when we met. You sound like really like a professional TV host, or like one of those morning shows. Like This,
Yeah.
it is really. It feels so comfortable watching you talk us through your videos. Yeah.
Well, it's easy to come across well when you're excited about the content that you're presenting. So that makes a big difference.
Yeah. And another question from my mother is the music in
Hello.
San Francisco, is that is that still great?
The music in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. We have like a fantastic music scene, and it covers a wide range of things, not just rock and pop music, but we have an awesome jazz scene. There's a place called Yoshi's, which is got fantastic jazz music. And I don't know if people are aware, but we had a huge jazz movement in, I think it was the 30s, excuse me, and it was down in the Western Addition. We had, all these underground clubs, and it was a really big thing. And so we have a little bit of a holdover from that time. Our sort of classical music scene is fantastic. We've got a great Philharmonic Orchestra.
Wow.
We've got a great opera house. So yes, the music scene is fantastic here. And we've had so many bands that actually originated here in San Francisco, like back in the 60s. You have the Grateful Dead and Jimi Hendrix and all these people, but nowadays Green Day is from here.
I didn't know.
So many great bands originating from San Francisco. Michael Franti is from San Francisco.
I think that is probably why she said.
I would have loved to go to a jazz club, actually.
Yeah, we would have.
Yeah.
Is Bruce Springsteen also from San Francisco?
He's from New Jersey,
so
unfortunately we can't claim him.
Because she's a big fan of him, but I. Let me see. Let me see.
I was saying hello.
There's another.
Who's Billy Joel?
Oh, Billy Joel. Billy Joel is new as well. Hey, Billy.
There's a lot of great free, I guess, concerts or sessions, jam sessions that all these musicians here in the U.S. are doing on like Instagram and etc. and Twitter, etc. So check those out.
Yeah, there's a lot of free music going on. And there's also, next Saturday, there will be like a thing hosted by Lady Gaga, I think, right? Like a One World or something, One World Against, in Home Together or something it's called. And a lot of famous artists will be in there.
Oh, amazing.
I was wrong about Wendy. That's not me. Sorry, Wendy. I mixed you up, I think. Sorry. There was something else.
Alexander says even the toilet paper grabbing has stopped now.
That is, I think everybody has.
As they recognize there is no shortage. Yeah, finally.
Yeah. Thomas has a really good question actually for you, Zeene, because of you being a full-time YouTuber. Does the whole being stuck at home influence your job?
It does, and I had to make a lot of changes because a lot of my content is on location, so I don't do it at home. I go out and about and I film. I was actually in the middle of completing 2 videos when this happened, so those have now been put on hold. But I did have to kind of pivot my approach to this, and so since then I've been doing more in-home content. And I'm doing still San Francisco content on this channel. And we're talking, so it's more chat vlog format. And I'm talking a little bit about San Francisco type interesting topics. So my first video that came out that I call the quarantine series was just kind of talking about unique street names and place names in San Francisco. So we kind of tend to Americanize a lot of the European and Indian names that are very popular for our streets here. So kind of talking a little bit about that. For example, what's a really good one? Cabrillo, right? We call it Cabrillo here, but it was named after the Portuguese explorer Cabrillo, right? Am I saying that correctly? It's sort of Portuguese, Spanish.
Sounds good for me. It sounds good.
Yeah, we don't know any Portuguese, so
we call it Cabrillo. And then I have another one coming out about just California stereotypes. So that's sort of the content that I've now been producing. And a viewer suggested another video series that I will be publishing a video on in the next probably week. On quarantine cooking. So given that we've had all of these shortages in the supermarkets, I thought, wouldn't it be fun to go out there and see like what ingredients are left in the supermarket that nobody wants to buy because it's just too weird for them.
That is actually super interesting.
Yeah,
and it sounds like also like something that
online.
it hasn't been done or something.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
but
it's online, and then we try it out.
And
I will say goodbye to Luna. She has to go.
Oh, Luna has to go.
She still has a fever.
Oh yeah. Oh, Luna.
She has almost 100-degree fever.
Oh my God, Luna! A big hug for you because that doesn't sound good. You were already sick last time we spoke.
Yeah, that was 2 days ago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
feel better
soon. I know this also gives you another chance to rethink about your whole format, because we started doing the sitting and talking videos a while ago about Dutch culture and everything.
And also the reactions.
And the reactions is more an experiment, but
it all started already before the
before
social
the virus.
distancing.
Yeah. But it actually also gives people a whole different vibe, because people like those videos as well, about you talking about stereotypes and things like that. I think it gives people another a different type of content on your channel, and it's still as informative about San Francisco. So I think you'll be surprised at
and people always like more personal stuff.
And how that content might do as well.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. So yes, look for those videos to come out soon, and I'm sort of excited to be producing them.
Yeah. I'm excited to see them as well. I have the one with the quarantine is still on my to watch list.
Okay.
I put videos in my to watch list and I work them, but I will watch it
it's getting
in
more
the
and more
weekend.
crowded. Yeah.
And we are actually this weekend we are filming new sit and talk about Dutch culture videos. I have the preparation here on paper already.
He's prepared.
I can show you a little bit, because we have some traditional Dutch candy.
Oh, nice. Oh, this is
that we have coming up. I'm not telling you what it is.
Goodness.
And
those look interesting.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I know this.
That looks like cinnamon bark or something.
Yeah, no, it is actually licorice bark. So it's like wood. It's like actual.
It's like what is actually what
like
it's made from, where the taste comes
from.
from.
This is where the licorice taste comes from, and you just chew on it, and it's...
I don't think I've ever had this. Oh, that's nice.
Not a lot of people eat it
I'm looking
these days.
forward to that.
Yeah, it's really traditional, but I had it as a kid as well. I would go to the candy store and buy like a 10-cent piece of wood. It's actually just wood, just cut off, and then you just chew it.
It actually,
really
literally, funny. Also, its name is sweet wood, if you would translate it correct, literally. Yeah.
When Salome asked, or do I pronounce your name correctly, Salome? What is your favorite type of music, Zeene?
Oh, I am very much so. Actually, this is kind of an interesting factoid about me. I actually worked a little bit in the music industry when I was in tech. So I worked for probably about 2 years for iTunes when iTunes first started coming out. And then I was doing marketing promotions for them. And then I worked for about 3 years for Samsung Music, which was a streaming service. That then I think it's now defunct. I don't think they have it anymore. But so as a result, I kind of have some eclectic tastes. I do definitely still listen to a lot of the more mainstream pop and rock music. But I like to listen to a little of everything. Listen to a little bit of jazz. I like to listen to a little bit of alternative, a little bit of world. So dabble in a lot of everything.
That's nice, right? Yeah, and it's also nice to. That's why at first.
I also love mixing it up.
Yeah, and now because of our music reactions, we get introduced to a lot of new artists, because people are like, say like, oh, you should check this out and check that out.
From different countries we've never heard about. We would probably never would if we would do that.
Yeah,
so
we really fall in love with a few of those artists.
Yeah.
I have a question from Esther. What are your hobbies besides YouTube, which is maybe a gray area, because isn't it also?
Yeah, I mean, travel, definitely. You know, I have been so busy that it's very difficult recently for me to like engage in hobbies. But when I do have time, reading, I love reading. I always have maybe about 6 or 7 books by my bedside that are waiting for me to finish. I do a little bit of everything. I like mystery. I like science fiction and fantasy. I like romance. I like suspense. So long as it doesn't get gory, I like suspense. And then I like philosophical books that kind of talk a little bit about like culture and just the meaning of life. Movies. I love movies.
Which ones? Because we have somebody that also asked, Salome also asked, what is your favorite movie? So that's, you can just answer it right away.
Oh, goodness. So, gosh, that is a really hard one. I have to think about that. So what I'm thinking of right now is Parasite that just came out was really, really good. I totally have to recommend that one.
Oh, okay.
And sort of a nice, lighthearted one recently. It's not my favorite movie, but I really enjoyed Knives Out. So that was really good. I think about it. I guess sort of one of my all-time favorites is there's one with Emma Thompson that I think is called In Time, which is really good, and that was a sort of an interesting historical romance / mystery suspense movie. Thompson plays a character that is having these flashbacks of her and her husband in a previous life, and she's trying to unravel the mystery of what's happening. So take a look at that one.
In
I
Time,
love Emma
right?
Thompson.
It's called In Time.
I think it's called In Time. I have to go back and double check that one. And then there's another one. I think it's called Amnesia. Is that a Brad Pitt movie? I can't remember, but it's about a guy who has amnesia. He's completely forgotten his life, and he leaves little notes as tattoos on his body.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Right, and so he's trying to unravel this whole mystery of
Guy Pearce,
what
that
are all
movie.
these tattoo notes. What are the meanings of them? So
Those
would be
Guy
recommendations.
Pearce. Yeah. Memento?
No, it's not Memento. That's different.
Is it Memento?
No.
Yeah, might be Memento. Yeah, I think you're right.
But it sounds the same, actually.
Yeah, I think it's Memento.
Yeah.
It was also like with tattoos on his body.
Yeah, but that's the one with the time loop that goes forward and backwards together. Memento.
I think yes, the filming of it is that's how they do it. They do
a
lot of like.
I love that one. Yeah, that's one of my
that's
favorites as well. I actually need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
It's been a long time that I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. I also had a follow-up question, I think, on one of your. No, I don't know. Have you? My mother probably wants to know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your mother is also
my mother
bookworm.
loves books. What is a popular American writer that you love at the moment?
So I do a lot of science fiction, and I would highly recommend Brandon's. I hate that one. Like, it's on the tip of your mind, and then you've forgotten the name. Brandon Sanderson is I believe his name.
Okay.
But he writes a lot of really great fantasy books. Then everybody's all big on George R. Martin right now because of his Game of Thrones series. Margaret Atwood right now I think is very, very popular here, and she writes these fantastic novels. She was the one who did Handmaid's Tale. So I
think that one my mother would like. What is it? What is the other author called
Margaret
again?
Atwood.
Margaret Atwood. Check that one out. I think Handmaid's Tale would be something for her.
We have another nice question from Gulis, actually.
Where's
all the way on the bottom?
Bottom.
Last one.
What is the first thing that you would like to do after the lockdown ends?
Oh, get out and hike. The other thing that is a big hobby of mine is I'm an avid hiker. And so right now it's been tough because I'm restricted and I'm sitting at home every day and not enjoying the great outdoors, which is why we live here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Yeah. So my first thing would be to go out and do a really, really long hike somewhere in the wilderness. We have a couple of really fantastic ones. We have an area down here called Half Moon Bay, which is a coastal town, and have these gorgeous, rugged cliffs that kind of go down, and then there's the beach down there. So it reminds me a ton of Scotland. So if you guys think of the Scotland cliffs, but just with San Francisco weather. So there's a couple of really fantastic hikes along there that I love to do. So hiking is my first thing that I'm going to do.
Yeah. And in that sense, we are still quite lucky because we still could go for a hike outside. Yeah. If we would go like by ourselves. Yeah.
Because we live in a rural area, so we are lucky
and because,
that way.
It's still it's still allowed to do that.
Yeah, we don't have to go through a crowded area. We can just walk 10 meters and then we're out in the meadows. So we can just that's our luck. So we are a little bit lucky that way, I have to say.
Yeah.
And if you could go back to San Francisco, what is your favorite area in San Francisco?
I have a couple. I mean, I really like. There's a couple of kind of small shopping streets that I love. That are not that well known, I think, to tourists specifically, but I did do a video on it, so you can kind of check it out. There's a street called the Fillmore District. So it starts all the way up in Lower Pacific Heights, and it's a street called Fillmore. And you just kind of walk down it, and it's got a lot of really cute boutiques and restaurants. And then there's another which is called Nopa. And that area there is also got a lot of really cute boutiques and restaurants. And Nopa is actually very, very close to Alamo Square Park, where the Painted Ladies are. So those would kind of be my favorite two places.
Oh yeah, also I love that area and like walking around there. It was it was a
We
really
walked-
nice street, nice shops.
Yeah, because we walked from where we got the ice cream. Oh, we took the box actually, because you recommended us some awesome ice cream shops. Definitely check that video out if you're going to San Francisco. Her ice cream videos, it's amazing.
We ate there in a really nice park on the other side.
That was
of
on
the
the park,
street.
and then we went with the bus, went to the Painted Ladies, but we walked around the area.
It wasn't
and
that far, I think.
architecture is so beautiful there.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. There's a bunch of Victorians there that are completely restored, so that whole area has been since 2015 it's been named like a historical district now. But yeah, if you go just a little bit further, there's a bunch of really great shops and great eats.
It's like the Painted Ladies are the famous ones, but there were more houses that were even more beautiful, in my opinion, than the Painted Ladies.
Yeah.
Let me see. Trade.
And I'll just mention while you guys are looking, the Fillmore area has also got historical greatness to it. So that used to be part of the Western Addition, where we kind of talked before about jazz. So there's some great historical context to that area as well.
We have a question from Erin. Erin asked if you ever found the special cake that you wanted. Was that the one that you did the tasting for, maybe? Was that the video?
Yes. Erin, thank you so much for your recommendation. I put out a video because here in the Bay Area, it's more in the South Bay. There is a very popular kind of Hawaiian cake called Guava chiffon cake.
I saw the video and I wanted it so bad.
Everywhere, super popular. Guava is a very common fruit in Hawaii. So they make this, it's like a chiffon cake, which is like a sponge cake. They infuse guava into the cake itself, and then it's like made with a whipped cream, icing. And so the whipped cream icing also has guava, and then they spread kind of a thin layer of guava jelly. It's so delicious.
Yeah, when I saw the video, I would immediately wanted to have this cake.
Yeah.
Because I love guava taste, so yeah.
Yeah.
I did remember watching it, and I was actually surprised with the one you picked as your favorite, because I thought it was the one that you found second best or something. That looked so gorgeous. I don't exactly remember the name, but I remember thinking she chose that one, and I was like, I think by the way you described it, it made me think that I wanted the other one. It was really funny. I thought it was funny. Do you like?
I was just going to say, so the video is really about like trying to find that cake here in the Bay Area, because we did have one shop here called Aki's, which was very, very famous in the whole entire San Francisco Bay Area for making that cake. And then the owners were older, so they're retired. And so we just don't have that much here anymore. But I think Erin recommended a couple down in Los Angeles for me to try. And so that's the other thing I have to do once this shutdown is over, is to head down to Los Angeles and film a number 3 Japantown Smackdown video and look for Aki's while I'm down there.
Ooh, sounds like
down.
And Salome asks, do you like football?
Okay, so football, are you asking European football or American football?
I have no idea. Maybe answer both, and then we'll cover.
I'm into both. So I started out watching a ton of American football. I'm very into that. I went to a college that had a very, very strong football team. So that is a very strong part of my growing up, early adulthood. And so I still go to a lot of college games here in the Bay Area. But I also love European football as well. I don't actually watch the professional football players, but my son played what we call soccer here for quite a while. And so through that, developed a love for European football.
Nice.
We don't like it. Well, at least I don't like it.
Oh, it's fine. I don't like the whole fuss about it and like people being crazy and I don't know. I like the sport itself is nice.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I like playing it with friends.
I'd rather watch a nice movie.
I think we're not as crazy here about the football. So a friend of mine actually is involved with the startup of the Los Angeles Football Club, which is the newest football club in the Major League Soccer, which is our professional football league here in the U.S. And that team, in the span of like 1 or 2 years, has gone from 0 to now. I think as of last year, they were the #1 team in MLS. So just kind of following that team, it's really, really fun. And because they're down in Los Angeles, there's a very huge Hispanic community down there, which loves European football. And so it's just been very fun and exciting to watch the evolution of the club and how excited the fans are. But we definitely don't approach the level of craziness and fervor that you guys get over there in Europe.
It's the one thing I do like that part, that if the Netherlands has a world championship thing, that everybody decorates their houses, their cars with orange stuff, because orange is the Dutch color. I do love that part, actually.
Yeah,
that
or
you're
just the national flag.
Because, the Netherlands is not a very proud of your own country culture thing.
Really?
We are too small. Yeah, we are not very patriotic, I think. And
they have a good national team.
Yeah, and it's the only time that we have. Oh, sorry, you said?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, you guys are just more low-key, that's all. I don't think it's not that you're not proud. You're more low-key about it.
Yeah, probably that's it. But then it's the one thing per year or per 4 years or 2 years, then when there's a European or a world championship, everybody goes in orange, and I like that.
Yeah.
The Olympics next year?
No, it will be postponed. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know actually when it is. I'm not very well informed about the whole football thing. If it was going to be next year or
I think the
know.
European Championship would have been this year and they postponed it to next year, I think.
Yeah. By the way, Joyce just entered, and Joyce said she hasn't had a good Guava chiffon cake for years.
I've never had it. I want
You
it.
gotta try it.
Joyce, do they have it in Las Vegas as well? And no, she asked if you are from Hawaii.
I am not from Hawaii. I actually, so my background is Taiwanese, but I grew up in Canada, and then I moved to California when I was 16. So I've lived in California since then. So yeah, but Joyce, if they don't have guava chiffon cake in Hawaii, come on over here. We've got plenty.
No, she's from Hawaii, but she's in Las Vegas at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you don't have it in Las Vegas, come on over to California. We've got plenty. I've got a lot of recommendations up here, and I think Aaron's got a bunch down in Southern California. So no need to miss it and not have it.
Yeah. No, exactly. It is. When we come back, we will definitely hit those shops.
Joyce
in your
also
video.
said she subscribed to your channel.
Oh, awesome, Joyce.
Oh, great! Yay! Thank you.
So that's it. It's already.
The dog is coming
Oh,
closer.
the dog is. Oh no, she's
coming closer.
I know you can't see her probably. She just dropped down.
Hey.
Oh, hey, are you awake? No, not really.
Not really.
It's been 45 minutes already, so that is the point that we do last questions.
Oh,
or
already, my God.
not. We will have a few minutes to spare, but put them in the chat because there's a little delay. So last questions for Zeene. Put them down there when we can still ask them. What I wanted to ask, because I'm still fascinated with our day in Chinatown.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Chinese street food?
Oh, you mean just in general, not just in Chinatown, or like anything that we can get globally?
Yeah, anything is okay. Yeah.
Okay. So my all-time favorite has got to be stinky tofu, and it's a classic.
Oh,
I've heard
You
about
can't
it.
get it in Chinatown here, I don't think, unless you search for it. But there are definitely restaurants in San Francisco in the Bay Area that sell it. But I'll just kind of describe for your viewers what it is.
Yeah.
If you think cheese, it's essentially fermented tofu. So they take tofu and they
oh,
ferment it, and it's stinky like cheese, and it has a very strong taste like cheese. I don't think you guys would like it since you're not into cheese.
oh,
Well, Tim,
I do. I love
Yeah,
cheese,
I don't know.
but
and also I
Dennis,
love tofu. So
and
yeah.
then they tend to serve it, and you can prepare it so once they ferment it, they can prepare it one of a couple of ways. They can steam it, they can deep fry it. That's my favorite, is the deep fried. And then just recently they've been making it in ramen, so you can actually get it in
Oh.
ramen as well. And then normally if they steam it or they deep fry it, it gets served with a side of the Chinese call it pao cai, but it's essentially our equivalent of kimchi. So it's a little more mild than kimchi, so they don't actually ferment the lettuce to a degree where it's all wilted. Like, it's actually still really crunchy and fresh, but just dress it a little bit with vinegar and some hot sauce, and then yeah, you have it together, and it's so delicious.
Oh
That's
my
my favorite.
gosh.
I don't know. I'm if it.
I would love to try
If
this.
it comes in
actually.
an area of cheese, but I will try it. If I get my hands on it, I
Oh,
will
it
try it.
sounds amazing.
I'm not a huge tofu fan by itself. If it's like
I like
mixed
tofu.
in a dish, then it's perfect. But just to have what I saw on videos about stinky tofu, because I've seen a video about it, in it just a block of tofu, then to me that doesn't appeal that much. But as you described it, being mixed in with some lettuce or like kimchi kind
Right.
of stuff, and then at least it sounds a bit more doable for me.
Appetizing. I'm excited to try the ramen stinky tofu, which I've not had yet.
That actually sounds really nice.
Yeah.
Is there another question? What is
Thomas, what's your favorite season?
My favorite season, I'm a summer baby. So I'm very since arriving here in California, I've really settled into the California way, and I actually lived down in Southern California for a while. And my mom is from San Diego, so I'm very much a beach baby. I love the water. I love kind of going out and hanging out by the beach, and I'm very into like the whole negative ions thing. So so yeah, for me, summer is awesome because it's beach weather. You know, it's time when you go every weekend and you go hang out by the beach and you just set up there for the day and you just sit out there all day long.
that is yeah, we are totally not beach babies, right? That's,
Uh, no, I don't know. I enjoy being on the beach, and especially like enjoying the scenery, enjoying the weather, enjoying sunset, whatever.
uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
we are not people laying on like on the sand on
The whole day.
the whole day, and
I get restless.
more like enjoying the beach because of its beauty, and not
Yeah.
to relax and like laying there the whole day.
No, but I also think it's
Yeah.
if you didn't grow up in the beach area, I think I love forests and I love walking around here and
Oh, I love the sea actually.
but the sea,
I love walking
yeah, the
there.
sea is special, but it's not a
Yeah.
thing that I can spend the whole day on the beach like that. But
Yeah.
No.
Dennis, are you more of a type of traveler where you like to pack in a lot of things into your day so that you have a whole itinerary and you like to see stuff, and it's not about relaxing, it's about discovering and exploring.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are both
Yeah,
like that actually.
that's why we connect so good on travel. In the travel area as well, we have our moments that we take it slow and we sit
Yeah.
on a bench and just
Like a day or
enjoy.
maybe half a day or a few hours, just relax or find a nice spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, not like for a week only on the beach and that's it.
No.
Then no, that would
No.
not work for us.
I would get totally restless.
Yeah.
Okay, so no Mazatlan or
No,
or the Mediterranean for you guys. No Nice.
no, just
Yeah.
to check out the places. Nice. I love like going to like those areas and check it out for a few days and then. But we'll always be doing something. We can have like a chill afternoon on the beach, but
Yeah.
then the morning will be filled with something.
Discover
or the
nice
evening.
like nice towns or
Yeah.
villages or areas, or have a hike, walk
Yeah.
around, try new food.
And
Yeah.
I love taking pictures,
Yeah.
so it's like that's also where doing YouTube came from, is because I always liked making little
Yeah.
videos or making nice pictures, and So that I just love exploring.
That's also why we had to think about our honeymoon as well. What we would do then, because like traditionally you would do like a nice beach area, kind of like I don't know, maybe the Caribbean or some or another island. I don't know. But we chose to go to a place that's warm, but we can still explore things, and that's why we wanted to go to Portugal, to Lisbon.
Yeah.
Oh,
because we've
wonderful.
never been there, and it's apparently a really great city where you can do a lot of nice things, and
a
the
lot of
food
nice
is amazing.
food, so,
But don't know if it's going to happen.
My mother says she's never had tofu. I think you have, but you just didn't realize it. You can buy it everywhere here.
Yeah, of course.
And
not only plain tofu, but also smoked tofu.
It's relatively inoffensive when it's unfermented.
Yeah. And no, Joyce loves tofu with natto. I don't know.
Erin also loves tofu. Yeah, Joyce and natto.
Esther, luckily Esther is on our side. Have you had natto? Probably.
I've had natto. I think it's very shocking the first time that you eat it.
Yeah.
Yes. Very shocking.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I hear that once you add in the mustard, because I think maybe that was my mistake, that is I didn't add in the mustard and the soy sauce. So I hear once you add that in and you mix it all up, it's much more flavorful.
Yeah, but I still think that if something needs so much extra work on it to cover up the awful taste. This was, we have a video on our other channel trying natto.
Was it even the first, at the beginning was okay, but then
the first bite is okay.
Then it got worse and worse.
And then it starts to feel like it's rotting in your mouth. It is.
Yeah, that's what you said in the video.
It is nasty. It's really nasty. I can still feel it. I don't know. And Thomas loves natto. I'm not talking to you, Thomas, about this. He went to Japan, Thomas, and almost every day he had natto for breakfast, and he posted his pictures on Instagram. Yeah. And so I had to see that picture every day.
We actually have more Japan lovers on our channel that love natto. So yeah.
You could definitely develop a taste for it. So eating it every day is a really good way to do that.
Yeah, but then
we've tried it in Tokyo. It was not for us.
No, for me it was one time, and I might do it if it's a fun video, I might do it again, but not to try and get to like it or something.
Joyce mixes it with tsukidani nori. It's a wet seaweed. Okay. And eat it on the tofu.
Then maybe it gets
Okay.
I think
I love that. I have that with porridge.
Oh.
I
love
very seaweed as well.
And my husband has it with toast. My husband will eat the nori with toast. He'll just make a thick toast and then spread the nori on top and just eat it straight that way.
Okay.
That sounds nice.
Unique thing.
Never think about doing that, actually.
Try that.
Yeah, I actually like nori. I like seaweed. Yeah.
It's not my favorite part of sushi or something, but it's okay. Yeah.
Also the salad, the wakame.
That I like.
I love that.
That's really good.
Yeah. And one last question from Salome. Salome, you have been asking really good questions as well. Thank you for that.
You put me on the spot a couple of times.
Yes. Yeah. And this is also a tough one.
It's the first time.
Do you have a phobia?
Oh, I have a ton of phobias. A ton. I actually have a fear of heights.
So, I have that too.
So one of my challenges is when I go hiking or when I go in the outdoors is to just challenge myself to, conquer that. Yeah. When my husband and I went on a trip once to, where was it again? I think it was Belize. I did the zip lining there just to challenge myself, to try to get over that. And I have a phobia. I have so many. I'm scared of horror movies. I can't watch horror movies because I have a phobia of like ghosts and zombies and things like that. Insects, some insects, I have a phobia of them. I got so many things.
And did the zip lining help to get over your phobia of heights? I
think it helps to some degree. Like, I don't think I'm over my fear of heights, but I'm not afraid of zip lining anymore. I don't know. How about you guys? You guys have some phobias?
I'm also super afraid of heights. I think the last time I actually got sick because of the height was when we went to New York for Christmas and we went up the vessel. And I said, it's not that high, I can do it, it's fine, and it's a nice building, and I will have a nice view. Yeah, I couldn't make it even up all the way to the top because I felt like everything was moving, shaking, and I already got a little nauseous, and it's like, oh no, I have to go down.
And
I can't do that.
We had 2 friends of ours were there as well, and then I always want a nice picture.
Yeah.
So I told him like stay at that edge a little bit because then I'll give her the camera, one of my friends, and then
I always had to grab on something. I couldn't let go.
So he had to wait until the picture was taken, and it took a little bit. And he just wanted to go down, and I made him stay up for the picture. It was really horrible of me, but we did it as quickly as we could.
Yeah.
We did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that. I think almost all my life. I don't know why.
I don't have that many fears myself. I have a little bit of a fear of heights, but not as much as you.
When we did it was not zip lining, but like the treetop thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was
fine. Okay for you, yeah.
Because we were so high up in the trees, but you couldn't see the ground, and that was fine. You were busy doing stuff and not falling down, and
I couldn't throw myself out of an airplane. So parachute jumping is not for me.
Yeah. That would be my greatest fear.
But it's not a phobia. Yeah. It's just something that I'm afraid of doing. So I don't have a phobia for spiders or for things or whatever.
Already, if I see that on TV in a movie or in a series, if people are in a plane about to jump out of it, my palms get sweaty from that already, and I'm not even in the situation myself.
Aaron does say I have a cheese phobia. Well, not.
Yes, that's true.
A little bit, but I do eat melted cheese, so I don't know if it's a complete phobia, but yeah. And a nattophobia, of course, a nattophobia. Aaron, Zeene, do you have anything you want to tell our viewers as a last kind of shout out to your channel or whatever you want?
Well, definitely watch, and thank you so much for those who subscribed or are going to watch my channel and just check out a couple of videos. But I think just sort of as a last close, I think that right now is a very hard time in the world with the whole coronavirus thing happening. But what I would say is just have compassion for people. I think people are going through a really hard time right now, and be compassionate. We run into this all the time when we go to the grocery store. There are people who get too close to us. Be compassionate. I think there's a lot of people who don't get it. Be compassionate to those who are suffering because their loved ones, are may have caught it or are undergoing stressful situations. Be compassionate to the service people and all the people who are trying to support our society moving forward. Be compassionate to our leaders. I think they're trying hard, and it's a very difficult situation and something that they have not experienced before. And finally, be compassionate to the people you live with. Yeah. It's very hard being locked in with them. I know I feel that way about my husband and kids sometimes for 24/7. But we'll all get through this, and just it will end. It will eventually end, and we'll come out of it.
I think that is a perfect message, because that is why we started doing these meetup stuff for live streams, because it's nice to just keep in contact with each other and to introduce other people, to make our community a little bit tighter, because everybody gets to see the faces of the people that we love and that we like and that we became friends with here on YouTube.
And be reminded that we are in this together and worldwide. And
It connects the world, and it's our little cocoon of our STUFR family, as we call it, it's our little nice place on the internet, in the world, and we've met so many great people online and in real life, like you, like Zeene in real life. Funny joke.
Your viewers.
Yeah. So
thank you guys for being you.
Thank you, and thank you for showing us around back then, and for being a guest on our meetup today.
Yeah.
And
Thomas is going crazy again.
Oh, Thomas sent us a sticker. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thomas. That is awesome. And like we said in the beginning, if you just hooked on later on, this will be our last live stream for 2 weeks. We need a little break, because 3 times a week and doing all the other videos that we do and working has become a little bit much.
Take a little, I don't know how we call it.
Sabbatical.
Spring break sounds weird.
Yeah, spring break. No, it will just
but
be 2
an
weeks.
Easter break or something. I don't know. Yeah.
2 weeks max, and then we'll be back. We'll be back around the 28th of April. Yeah. So that will go really quickly, and then we'll see you guys again, and we'll see you again very soon as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, Once Upon a Journey. Oh, our friends from Amsterdam are here.
Maatje and Roxanne. They were our guests about 2 weeks ago, 1.5 weeks ago.
I think so.
I think welcome back. We are just rounding up for now.
Yeah.
They actually just had their wedding day. Like we talked in the beginning about weddings being postponed. They had that happening to them as well. But they celebrated yesterday. They made it into a really nice day. I applaud you for that. I saw it on Instagram. I think that was so nice that you did such a nice job together and made it into a special day.
Yeah.
And you will have your wedding. You will have an awesome wedding.
Yeah.
It will be fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
No, yes, but definitely, and they will make it work because I think that is what you guys beam up. Okay, so thanks, Zeene, so much. We're gonna wave goodbye to everybody. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We're taking a little break. We'll see you soon. Bye, Zeene. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Stay safe and stay healthy. Is that still on the stream or did you?
I'm waiting for